Hey guys, as you guys know, earlier this week, we got the Deadpool and Wolverine official trailer coming at us in May. This movie is going to be legendary, guys. This could be the movie that saves the MCU for us. And it's also Marvel for adults, the Marvel that we've all been waiting to see. And you know, I'm gonna say something bold here, guys. You guys remember how you guys felt in Spider-Man No Way Home when you saw Tobey and Andrew come together, and that feeling felt great, right? It's the post-Endgame feeling that you loved feeling, and it was a scale of epic that you've never seen. But remember, there was all these reports about these two Spider-Man appearing, and we figured it was going to happen. And then when it happened, we just got a little bit of them showing up. So, while Tobey Maguire will always be my favorite Spider-Man, and I love Spider-Man as a character, as you're seeing from my claws, I think that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, because he's appeared in more films, and he's played the character a lot longer, has a greater impact. And the difference between this and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is, while we'll get other films with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, while No Way Home was a multiverse film, it specifically was kind of using the other Spider-Mans as side characters alongside Tom Holland. Where this movie is called Deadpool and Wolverine, where they put his name in the title. This ain't Deadpool, the Multiverse Adventure, guest starring Wolverine and others. It's Deadpool and Wolverine, an adventure between both, which is why we get so much more of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And so, one of the biggest takeaways from the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer I've noticed is that we're going to see, that we see in the trailer, we actually end up seeing footage of Wolverine. This Wolverine's very, kind of pissed off, and, all Wolverines are usually pissed off variants, but this variant is, he's going through some shit, and, he's not happy about it. He doesn't want to help anyone. He's pulling a typical Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Go fuck yourself, Wade. He's doing his shit, and I'm loving what we're getting here. So I decided to hatch I got a couple multiverse theories for you guys. All right. So why is this Wolverine the way he is? Option one, I think this is the side effect. We talk about in the Flash. We talk about the butterfly effect, right? We talk about saving your mom. Days of Future Past is a time travel event for X-Men that over the comics and the animated show, and of course Days of Future Past had changed the way the story goes and the way events go. So what if in the wake of Days of Future Past, maybe he saved certain mutants, but because of Days of Future Past, the Sentinels ended up killing his X-Men, his family. And so that's why he's wearing, Deadpool once said, wondering why the red suit? That's so bad guys can't see you bleed. But Wolverine wears his yellow and blue suit like the comics here. And I think he's wearing it to honor his fallen X-Men, which we'll talk about more in a minute. So I think this first theory is why he could be doing the things he's doing. Option two, you guys remember in X-Men: The Last Stand, where Jean Grey has unleashed the Phoenix thanks to Magneto, and while doing the Phoenix, she's basically obliterating other mutants. She even kills her old mentor, Charles Xavier, until the end credits scene where we eventually see him return. But why I think this is such a big thing is the fact that Logan loved Jean, and he was trying his hardest, even with his powers, to not die trying to stop her. But because he loved her, he was having a hard time reaching through to her, because she had gone so down and dirty in the most evil way possible that we just didn't know. I don't know if Dark Phoenix is going to appear. I don't know if Jean's going to appear in this movie. If it's going to be the same one for the X-Men previous movies, we'll see. There's going to be a plethora of mutant cameos in this movie, which we've seen in the trailer, only glimpsed, which we'll talk about in another video that I have in a little bit. But so here I think this is really interesting because you're seeing this concept and you're seeing okay, what if Wolverine didn't get to Jean on time? What if Beast and all these other Cyclops, all these other X-Men we loved, what if he couldn't save them on time? And he feels bad. So that's why he wears the suit. But I think the most likely situation is later today we're going to do a video about an X-Men character that's going to be the main villain of Deadpool and Wolverine, known as Cassandra Nova, who is actually Charles Xavier's sister. We're going to go into her backstory when we do that video. But she's a sadistic, clever villain. And so in the Old Man Logan storyline, if you know from the trailer, there's a footage of an Ant-Man skeleton being used as a villain base. That was actually a concept used from Old Man Logan. And while Logan, the movie, took inspiration from Old Man Logan, it didn't go full Old Man Logan. I think they may be borrowing certain Old Man Logan storylines, because Sam Feige wants the fans to see comic book storylines here. And in those stories, you see in that story, Mysterio actually took advantage of Wolverine with his special powers and basically made him kill the X-Men. I think Cassandra Nova, as you see from the trailer, Wolverine's having a hard time fighting her one-on-one because she's so powerful psychologically, she's able to restrict him, as you see in the trailer. I wonder if they swap Mysterio for Cassandra Nova, and Cassandra actually is the one that is actually so evil, and she makes this Wolverine kill his entire X-Men. But I think by the end of this movie, you'll see the mutants come. You'll see Wolverine lead a new team of mutants to set up an X-Men and Avengers crossover coming later down the line in a few years. So anyway, guys, this is my thoughts on what potential multiverse theory we could get. I'd say the one I see is the most likely is Cassandra Nova taking this place of Mysterio from Old Man Logan and making Wolverine go, "Ugh!" Killing his brothers and his family and going absolute berserker rage. But the other theories are plausible as well. Which of my three theories is your favorite? And are you excited about Deadpool and Wolverine? Let me know, or why not, in the comments below. And as always, slice that like, share, and subscribe button. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.